what's going on everyone out there in YouTube land? So today we're going to check out a customizable Squonk device coming from the UK. This is coming from a company called Minimal Mods. Now at the moment I got the 18650 version. They come in either a single 18650 or a single 2700. I got the drop RDA and Squonk mode sitting on top. Got a pair of tri-core fused Claptons from Coilology inside of here, ohming out to a 0.1. Sony VTC5A loaded up with some of the Beard Vape Co. number 51, which is a delicious custard. Let me shut up and let's have a vape. Just good, just delicious. That's all I can say is delicious. Now, the Minimal Mods were sent over directly by Joe Simpson, and I hope I'm getting this right, but I think he is the creator, the owner, the modder of Minimal Mods. Hopefully that's correct. These were sent over for the purpose of this review. He did send over two, which was really nice of him to do so. And if you guys are nice, I will be giving one of these away somewhere in the video, so make sure you guys pay attention. Now, in order to get one of these lovely devices, there's a little something that you guys may not like, and I know a lot of people don't like lists, but you got to get on a list. But this list is a little different. It's much easier. I got a link in the description to his Facebook group. He opens up the list once a week, and once you get on the list, it only takes 1 week until you got one of these bad boys in your hand. So it's not a crazy long wait period like a month or 2 months. You're not sitting there waiting on the computer, waiting to see when he's going to update it. It's once a week, and it only takes a week to finish it and ship it. Going price for one of these, 18650 version, we're looking at with the conversion rate, $172, and for the 2700, $178. Shipping anywhere in the world, $6 and only 60 cents, which I think is a pretty fair price for shipping. I will toss up some photos of some previous mods that he did make, because once again, these are customizable. So there's different colors, different options, different logos you can have on here. So I'm going to toss up some photos before we go down up close with it. Have a look at the photos. We'll go up close. We'll jump back up, go through some, I don't know, pros and cons possibly. We'll talk about a giveaway, and then we'll wrap it all up. Let's have an up-close look at these custom Squonk mods coming out of the UK from a company called Minimal Mods. Now, these are custom made, which means you can customize the options, you can customize the color, the material, the logos, the inlays, so your options are going to be endless. And also they are available in either 18650 or 2700. I did toss up some photos early on in the video just to show you guys all the different varieties he's done, so don't go just based off these two alone. As far as dimensions, I measured 76 millimeters tall, 47 millimeters wide, and 26 millimeters thick. I did weigh it in without a battery at around 80 grams. And when we compare the Minimal Mod up against a few other single 18650 Squonkers like the Ram, like the Armageddon, and the Boxer, you'll see the Minimal is pretty much the same exact size, give or take maybe a few millimeters. Now these devices are 3D printed, but don't be thrown off by the fact they are 3D printed, because there are actually some really good durable 3D printed devices on the market. They are using a material called alumide, which is pretty much a mixture of nylon and aluminum, and I must say this thing is super strong. I've been using this one for probably about 3 weeks now, and I've dropped it quite a few times, and even though it's 3D printed, this thing is solid. Really, really rock solid. Now, when it comes to the battery door, you have options. You can get either the alumide, you can get the carbon nylon, or you can get acrylic. You can opt to get logos, you can get no logos, or you can get inlays. This one right here, I believe, is going to be the nylon. This one right here has an acrylic see-through door. Here is I think this one is also nylon. And here's another acrylic door. And as, once again, you can customize to get a logo or not. Also, he offers inlays, as you can see there. And he offers either real stone or semi-precious stones like turquoise and mother of pearl. You can get the stone or the inlay on the front. You can get it either as the button or as an inlay, or you can get one on the back, or you can opt to not get one at all. At the top, we do have a stainless steel 510 connection with a spring-loaded bottom-feeding 510 pin in the center. He is using the Mod Maker 510 connections because he finds those connections to be the most reliable. Now, if I screw down my 25mm Kennedy, just for reference, and you'll see 25mm does sit nice and flush, and we have no overhang with 25. So pretty much anything 25 and below is going to look beautiful on this device. Along the side is going to be your firing switch. Now, once again, we have options. You can get the stone button, you can get the inlaid button, pretty much you can get the round one, the kind of eye-looking one. Now, these are all mechanical boxes, so there's no wires. So these are mechanical switches, nice stiff button, doesn't feel cheap, doesn't feel mushy. We do have a lock, but the lock is on the inside. I'll show you the locking feature in a moment. And then along the side, of course, we have the Minimal logo, which is machined into the 3D printed box. And then on the other side, we do have another Minimal Mods logo that's printed into the bottom right there. At the bottom, really nothing going on. We don't need any battery ventilation because, once again, we have the big hole for the Squonk bottle. And then on the front, we have the battery door. You can see there are different logos. The only thing about this is that we have 3 logos from Minimal Mods. One there, and one there. So I'm assuming you can opt out to get the logo on the door and maybe on the side right there. I think having 3 logos is a little bit too much, just for my personal taste. But we do have the battery door, and it is a nice solid door. The magnets on the door actually magnetize to your battery. So when you don't have a battery installed, the door will pop right off. But when you do have a battery installed, the door is nice and solid. And on the back, you can see we have some additional artwork that's been printed into the box. We have the stones in the center, which is a nice little touch. And since these are customizable, like I said about 10 times before, you can choose not to get these pieces of artwork, or you could probably get something to your liking. Having a look at the inside, we're going to have your 8.5 ml Squonk bottle. He is using bottles from Mod Maker. Once again, he finds these bottles to be not too soft and not too stiff. That's the reason why he chose to use these bottles. If you're wondering, can you use your own bottles? Yes, you can. As you can see, I have one of those super soft bottles in here that are very popular, and you can pretty much use any bottle that's going to fit inside there. Once again, 8.5 mLs. And as far as the contacts, he's using solid silver contacts, not silver plated, but solid silver. And this box can be completely disassembled if needed. Now, there is a battery strap that comes included, and if you look down inside here, I'm not sure if you can see it, but there's a little slit in the center right here, and that battery strap slides through the little cutout, and you can remove the strap if you want, but I found the strap to be very helpful because the battery is a nice tight fit inside of here, and so is the bottle. So to get the bottle out, instead of struggling or trying to get your finger under here because you probably can't do it, all you're going to do, just pull up. There you go. Bottle pops out. When you pop your battery in, it's going to be positive down, and they pop in nice and tight. Now, as I said earlier, we do have a locking feature located on the inside, and this is all mechanical, so when you press the button, it's going to make contact. We have this little piece of Delrin, I believe it's Delrin, and you'll see this little nub right there. Just slide it over. It's going to stop. Once it stops, it's going to prevent the contact from making a connection. And like I said, you can completely disassemble this box. Let's say you want to take it apart for cleaning, for maintenance. Let's say something breaks, you want to change out the button. Very easy to do so. You can remove the 510 connection, which is really easy to do, but I'm not going to do it. But as far as pulling out the solid silver plate, just slide it out like so. You can clean it off. You can swap out the button. Button just pops right out. And very easy to do. And by the way, there's that little slit that I was talking about that the battery strap goes through. All right, guys, so that's pretty much going to be it for the up close and personal. Let's jump back up and let's have a vape. All right, so let's talk a little bit about the Minimal. Now, I've had this for about 3 or 4 weeks. I'm a little bit late to the review, and I do apologize for that, but I've been using it for a while. I must say the construction on here is amazing. Being 3D printed, you might think, you know, it's cheap plastic, it might break easily, but this alumide is actually really durable. The combination of the nylon and aluminum mixture makes for a rock solid device. It's lightweight, but it's strong, really, really strong. And I think it's actually going to outlive some of the aluminum devices that I have. The texture feels great in the hands, has a nice kind of grainy matte feel to it, a nice grip. As far as the looks are concerned, it's not really my cup of tea. I'm not a fan of the inlays and the gems and all that. I'm more of a boring kind of guy. I like just like, you know, a little bit of black, a little bit of red. But some of you may love the way this thing looks. You may love the gems and the inlays. And that's one of the reasons I showed the photos, is just to show you guys, of, you know, the options that he offers. He can make different looking boxes. So overall, I do really enjoy the aesthetics and the build quality on this. The 510 connection, nice 510 connection. Everything sits nice and flush. 25 millimeters, has no overhang. And I noticed squonking on this device doesn't require a lot of, you know, pushing or waiting. A quick pump and the juice well fills up. Some devices, I have to sit there with my finger in there and kind of hold it in there for a while. I think the diameter of the 510 pin might be a little larger, which means it's going to allow more juice to pass through it. So I do like that. The firing switch, mechanical, you know, just a traditional button, nothing really too fancy. You have options as far as inlays and whatnot. We have a locking feature on the inside, which is nice. The battery door, we got the 3 magnets on the back right there. Did I show you guys the magnets? I don't think I did, but 3 inline magnets, grips onto the battery. Everything inside is nice and tight inside there. No button rattle, no door movement, nothing. When I first got it, I noticed the battery strap. I'm like, you know what, that's got to go. And then I realized the battery strap actually really helps with pulling the bottle out. So if you tug on this side, it pulls the bottle out. Tug on that side, it pulls the battery out. The way he has the little cutout inside there for the strap was genius. I like the way he did all this. The solid silver contacts, not silver plated, but solid silver, make this thing perform beautifully. This 0.1 build I put on a few other Squonk mods, and they perform well, but I noticed this device has very little voltage drop. There is voltage drop, of course, but it's very minimal. Get it? Minimal? Woo! Anyways, as far as that, guys, that's pretty much it. As far as cons or anything I didn't like, I couldn't find anything. I tried my best to find something I would change or complain about, but other than the looks, and that you can change when you order it, I'm very happy with it. I think this is an awesome device coming out of the UK, and if you're looking for something to be a little bit different, out of the ordinary, you want to own something that not everyone has, I think it's a great idea. You do have to get on the list, but the list goes up every week, and it only takes 1 week to get your mod, so pretty quick. All right, so let's talk about the giveaway. Now, he did send over 2. I want to thank him for that, and since I am a very generous guy, we're going to do a giveaway for one of these bad boys. 1 device, 1 bottle, and I'll include 3 doors, all right? Giveaway opened to anyone in the world, and what you guys got to do, make sure that you are a subscriber. Subscribe to the channel, comment below. In your comment section, what do I want to know? If money was not an object, what Squonk mod would you like to own? If money was not an object, which Squonk mod? Any Squonk mod you could have, which one would you like to have? Leave it in the comment section. Like the video. Once we hit 1,000 likes, we'll take everyone's name that commented on the video, throw it into a randomizer, and choose 1 lucky winner. And also, I will toss in a RDA with this, because I know some people don't yet have a Squonk device. So I'll toss in a bottom feeding RDA along with the mod. All right, so that's pretty much going to be it, guys. That's all I got for you today. If you have any comments or questions on the minimal mod, please feel free to leave them below. Please like, share, and subscribe. I'll talk to everyone very, very soon. Make sure you guys build safe and vape on.